But ultimately, just to even touching your point, right, where I still do think that as time goes on, being a creative or a creator or even a content creator is something that will continue to gain more influence in the people that have a higher status in that, because it's something that just seems more attainable than being an artist nowadays, because of the saturation in the music industry and everyone feeling like just because they can put some words together, they can be an artist, right? But even so, it may even feel even easier to try to be a creator, right? But that, I think, is even harder, to where you have to have some level of a personality or of a draw to you to make people want to sit there and watch you, to where you build up a big enough brand where you can be a Kai and do a whole basketball league and people are watching you, and also in the stands, you know? So where it's like, now it's not just the internet audience, is converting to a real life audience. And I have seen a lot of creators be able to do that even more than some artists nowadays.
So. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, Kai is a very good example, you know, because Kai is loved online and loved in live. You know, because in reality, this boy has even tried. He's even come to Nigeria. He's visited Nigeria, and
I heard the other day he made a school in there or something.
Yeah, he sponsored the school, you know, and the love was mad. So people like that is a very good case study when it comes to like converting fans to super fans, which is necessary, because another thing people forget about when it comes to influence and, you know, creating and, you know, touching people's lives digitally is longevity. That's something people don't touch on. Like, okay, fine, this thing is working for me right now. You know, the past 3 months I've been buzzing. I've got several calls from everywhere, different brands trying to identify with me and pay me to push their brand. This thing that gave me that blow up, how long is it gonna last? What's next? How do I sustain this people, this attention to become evergreen? You know, that is where we separate ourselves from the people who actually just feed off the content and then convert it into money and market. That is why people like Nicki Minaj has been relevant for 10 years without trying so hard. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't just, her era was even the digital era. You know, it wasn't the TikTok era. So she didn't just get fans, she got super fans. That is why Adele can actually go on break for 5 years and come back like she never left. You get me?
Yeah.
So there's like, I would say, like, even in every aspect of this world, people always tend to gravitate towards one thing because that is what works for somebody. But that doesn't mean that it's going to work for everybody. We have 8 billion people in this world. There's still people who want to listen to heartbreak songs. There's still people who just want to stay in their house and listen to beautiful jazz music. Don't get carried away by the hype of social media. So there's room for everybody. So I feel like authenticity is very necessary when it comes to being a creative. That authenticity is what's going to keep you there for a long time. So that's what we're lacking a lot in the industry now. I don't know if you see that a lot.
No, 100%. People in general, and industry or not, I feel have an inability to truly lock in with who they are and how they're able to project themselves, because you're not able to project yourself if you don't actually know who you are. You know?
Right. Finding yourself, knowing your fan base, sticking with your fan base, building up with your fan base, and don't be too hasty to like change, you know, your sound or what it is that you create just because it's working for A. You know, I could be a painter as well. I could paint still life, and you could be a painter that paints abstract. Abstract could be trending right now, and because I see that, I want to jump into abstract. It might not work for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could have maybe 10 people who are waiting for my next still life painting, and those 10 people want to bring another 10 people, but just because I didn't have the patience to stay in that, you know, that creative space of what I know, thinking that I want to change and switch just because I want an instant gratification, I might lose out on that opportunity that's going to make me evergreen.